I want you to remember something important right now. You have greatness within you. Yes, each of us contains an extraordinary source of power, an unlimited potential for great things. To exploit and promote this greatness, you need one very important thing: perseverance. Life will take you through challenges, difficulties that seem impossible to overcome. But never forget that it is in those moments that you will discover your true power. Be strong, step on your path, and never give up. When you are resilient, you will see that nothing is impossible and that you can cross every barrier to reach the greatness that you were born to. Yes, you'll get hurt, make mistakes, and fail your way to success. That's just how life works. You have to be ready to try new things, though. You need to be ready to push yourself. In order to push yourself, you have to be ready to be uncomfortable all the time. Things happen in life. Things do happen when you have plans and goals. Didn't know. My mother got sick in the middle of my third term. She was told she had breast cancer. They told me they were going to put her in a care home when they called me. I told them no. They told him, "We knew you'd say that." We talked to people who work at the best nursing homes in Dade County. I told her no. Here's what I did wrong. There are 7 grown-ups who couldn't take care of one woman, but one woman raised 7 kids who couldn't do that. That didn't work for me, so I said no. I quit my job in the Ohio legislature and moved back to Miami to take care of my mother. I did that until she died at age 89. Even if you have goals, things will happen that you can't plan for. Some of you are now in the eye of the storm, and bad things are about to happen. Don't ask, why does this keep happening to me? Why don't you? Who do you think should go? Do you want to give us names or email addresses? Yes, that's what I said. When I got cancer again, they told me to work out the 7 places of my body where the cancer had spread. I began to laugh. When did you start to laugh? Do you not believe it? Not at all, I said. I feel like Mother Teresa. What do you mean? Lord, I know you know how much I can handle, she said. That being said, I wish you didn't trust me so much. Things will happen in your life that will force you to put your dream on hold and maybe even start over. How many people have already been through that? Please raise your hands. Don't tell anyone about your life. 80% don't care, and 20% are glad you're here. You need to take it in stride. When you're in business, an entrepreneur, a risk taker, or someone who walks by faith rather than sight, things will happen to you. It's hard to make changes. I was having a hard time when I was having a bad time just over 3 years ago in the Penobscot building in Detroit, Michigan, where I was running my business. I was sleeping in my office. It was hard to get into the hallway, and security asked, "Excuse me, Mr. Brown, could we have a moment with you?" I said yes, and I went up to the desk. He gave me an envelope and asked if I would read it here. And when I opened the package, it said, "This is an office tower, not a hotel." It was from management. "Do not sleep in your office, please." I told him, "Excuse me, sir, I just worked long hours to build my business. Right now, things are bad for me as a business owner, but they won't always be this way. And all I did was ask for the chance to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't want to make this my home." It was hard to get through the hallway, and they would laugh sometimes. "Look at that guy. He's taking a bath in the bathroom on the 21st floor while he talks about getting rich. He lies down on the floor to sleep. He and 2 other dreamers up there. Look at him. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. It was hard to talk to people, and I was having money problems myself. I fell behind on my dreams and my bills. I'm telling them, you can live your dream." It was tough, folks. Every day it was hard to pick myself up and believe I could do it. I had doubts about myself sometimes. I asked God, why? What's going on with me? All I want to do is take care of my mom and kids. There is no one I want to steal from. Why did this have to happen to me? It was really tough. Now let me tell you something. People who have been through hard times don't give up on your dream. No one could have persuaded me that I would have my own talk show one day if I had not held on, kept pushing forward, and kept running toward my dream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a long way from Liberty City. On the floor of an empty building, I never knew who my parents were. It's not likely that I'll be here with you today in this Atlanta dome. It's not likely, not in college labeled educable or mentally retarded. But I didn't stop running toward my dream. Do not stop. Keep going after your dream. Holding on to that dream is very important. But there will be times when you question yourself. There will be hard times, but they won't last forever. Things have happened. You need to know that very much. Do not say that I am having a bad day. Let's say I'm having a day to improve my character. You need to really believe that you can make this happen. I remember this high school teacher, Mr. Leroy Washington, last June when school was out. There were only a few days left until our trip. I just got my report card, and it said I failed both history and English. I have to go to summer school because of this. Furthermore, I had the impression that I had failed, that I take longer to get papers than most people. It made me feel bad about myself and very gloomy. And Mr. Washington was giving a speech to the students who were graduating. And I was in the 11th grade. I went in there even though I wasn't meant to because the speech he was giving was for me. My heart started to beat fast as he talked. I started to cry. He was a very dramatic man, and I was in the back just listening to what he had to say. I still talk to him today. If you are a student at Booker T. Washington High School, he told them, I want you to know that you are blessed and highly favored. And as you look to the future, you should start to believe that you are great. At least one of you here should start to picture yourself as blessed and highly favored to reach your goals. If you really understand what that means, that you are great and have the power to make others great, then you can make your parents and school proud. You can change the lives of millions of people, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. And the students gave him a loud, enthusiastic standing applause. I ran down the stairs and caught him in the parking lot as he left the theater. I asked, Mr. Washington? Yes, he said. I asked, do you remember me? No, he said. My name is Leslie Brown, I said. My mom works here in the cafeteria. I'm one of the twins, along with Leslie and Wesley. I told Mr. Washington, but you know, I have these big dreams. I like talking to people. I love people. I told them I wanted to work with them, and my dream is to buy a house for my mom. Mr. Washington, could I do that? He told Mr. Brown that it was possible. I called him again as he was leaving. I told him, Mr. Washington, what do you want now? I told him, I'm the one. I said, I'm it. Do you remember me, sir? I work for Miss Mamie Brown. I'm the one. I'm the one. You must think that's why you're here, since you're the one. It was a Sunday afternoon in Miami, Florida, when PBS showed one of my shows for the first time. It was called You Deserve It. Some friends called him to tell him to tune in. He also watched the show. I picked up the phone when he called me in Detroit. I said, hello. He asked, may I please talk to Les Brown? I asked, who's calling? Do you know who this is? I told him, oh, Mr. Washington, it's you. He told her, you were the one, right? Yes, sir. He told her, you're so crazy. I told him, I know, but I'm rich. It's not going to be easy, ladies and gentlemen. It was rough to sleep on the Penobscot building floor. While thinking and looking out the window, he asked Les, can you do this? Could you make this happen? I used to listen to tapes about See You at the Top all the time. Zig and Dennis Whitley are my best friends, and a number of other inspiring speakers. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale and Dex are telling you not to let anyone steal your dream. I asked myself, am I able to do this? And something inside me said, you're the one. You're the one. Also, I have something to say, ladies and gents. As long as you're here and before you go back to your own cities and towns, make a list of at least 5 reasons why your dream should come true. About why you won't give up, what will make you unbeatable, and why you must be crazy. Because common sense and logic tell you that you can't do it today. But if you want to get results in your life that aren't realistic, like making your dream come true and being in charge of your life, you really have to be a crazy person. You have to be a very strange person. This is why you're here. Write it down. Getting my mom a house was my first big goal. Also, I have something to say, ladies and gents. What is the reason going to do? Les Nietzsche said that you can get through almost anything if you know why you are doing it. What does that mean? To do something, you need to know why. When things get tough, which they will, when losses and turns down happen, and they'll be coming in droves, your rod and staff will be their reason to comfort you and pick you up again. On one of my tapes, I got a quote, when things go wrong, try to land on your back. You can get up if you can look up. Just think about why you should get back up. I remember when my mom came out of the car when I bought the house from her. I told my mom, I think I know these people in this house. When I opened the door, that was my first big dream. After that, I couldn't hide it anymore. I told my mom, I've got this for you. She looked around the house and said, Thank you, Jesus, as she went from room to room. Thank you, Lord. No one could have ever made me believe that this could have happened. She looked at me and told me, Leslie, you cost me a lot. Trouble as a boy, you were always interested in things. When I walked into that house and saw that woman holding you and your brother, she said, Ma'am, I want you to promise me 2 things. No one could have persuaded her. She asked, What is it? She tells him, 1, promise me you won't split them up. She said, I want them to grow up together. I want them to get to know each other. My husband was in the war when I got pregnant, and I can't keep him. Promise me you won't split them up. She said, I'm not going to. I've never had kids. I promise I won't split them up. She told him, promise me you won't tell them who I am, because my husband would kill me if he found out. She told him, I promise. She told us that she gave them to us, and she kind of cried. She looked at my adoptive mother as she walked out the door. She told them not to be split up. She swore to God, I won't. I'm not going to split them. I'll keep them together. As I held you all in my arms, she said, I've never had my own children. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that God would help me. Also, ladies and gentlemen, my mom wanted to have kids and raise us. She had no idea how to do it. You'll be just like that. Some of you are already there. You don't know how you're going to make this happen, but you have a strong sense that you will with God's help. Please repeat after me. I'm going to make it through no matter how bad things get. I'm going to make it. Give someone a right and left hand shake and say, you got the right stuff. That's right. You can make your dream come true. To be successful, you need to hang out with winners. Stick to your plan, never give up, and be relentless. It's you. You need to take responsibility for yourself. To make it happen, you have to make it your own job. Also, you have to make up your mind that it's hard, but I can do it. You have to tell me, I'm the one. I'm the one who can make this happen. I'm the one who will make this business work. Giving other people what they need to succeed helps you succeed too. Also, know that it will be tough. Figure out what will make it worth it for you. Dear friends, the journey to discover greatness within each person is not a flat path, but it is the most valuable journey you can take. When you face difficulties, remember that it is an opportunity for you to become stronger, more resilient, and closer to your goal. Believe in the greatness within you and never let anything stumble you. Every challenge is a lesson. Every failure is a buffer for you to go higher. Be persistent. Always believe that you can and you will. Don't let fear or doubt dim the light of your greatness. Live with a strong faith in your abilities. Be strong to overcome all trials and let the greatness within you shine. You can do whatever you desire, and you can become whoever you expect. Start now, be strong, and live with the greatness within you. You can and you will.